What the? Oh my God! Hi, I'm Jon. Watch Marvel make me a hero. Hi, my name is Jon Hoche, and I am a Broadway actor. I had a lot of energy as a kid, and I was always like putting on skits and just kind of had a big imagination. So that kind of just parlayed into my parents being like, well, why don't you try doing this, on stage, and let's try to focus you a little bit. So then in high school, as they say, the acting bug bit, and I've been doing it ever since. My primary focus in acting is theater. It's like what I really love and I'm very passionate about, and I love that human interaction every night with a live audience. I kind of fell into puppetry because I was cast in a show, and then the first day of rehearsal, they're like, oh, by the way, the first act, you're gonna be a puppet. So I was like, oh, great, okay, cool. And I kind of just took to it like a fish to water. It's interesting, puppetry is kind of like a relationship that you have to kind of develop with the tool that you're using to act. My cousin really got me into comics, particularly in the 90s, got me into the X-Men. I remember stumbling upon this cartoon called Pride of the X-Men and being like, oh my gosh, there's more to this, I remember watching it and being blown away, and then especially I really latched onto Nightcrawler because I'm from mixed descent. My father's German and my mother is Asian. She's from the Philippines. Being someone who's from mixed background in suburban New Jersey, you didn't see a lot of folks like me. So then there was this character who, is German and has a German accent, but also doesn't look like anyone else. So there was a kinship that I felt with him. So from that point on, I just loved the X-Men, and anything I could see with Nightcrawler on it, I just tried to absorb. And everything that's happening for representation in Marvel is just really heartwarming and something that I longed for as a kid, and I kind of found a little piece of it, but now it's, the doors are wide open, so. I've been thinking about what my superhero would be for a while. Being first generation American, I'm very patriotic, so I really latched on to Captain America, but also I do have these ties to other countries. So I kind of thought, what would a Filipino American Captain America be? So I think the costume would be a lot like what Agent Steve Rogers was, a little bit armored, but you can do some kicks and some punches. And then instead of, a nice white star, it would be like the sun and moon of the Filipino flag. One of the best haircuts is high and tight and kind of long on the top. He would fight with eskrima sticks because, that's a martial art that started in the Philippines. They would be kind of like your classic batons, but take them to the next level. He could hit a button and maybe sickles could come out. Really great fighting skills. He can fight with the best of them. What I would love for this character is for him to be a representative of a bridge between the US and the Philippines here in America. And I think it would be really great for him to do diplomatic work, standing up for immigrant rights. That's what he's doing when he's not fighting a super huge arch villain. All right. What the? Oh my God! This is absolutely incredible. These eskrima sticks are exactly what I was thinking. They look like they're made out of a vibranium or an adamantium right there. And then the blades come out, and then things are getting really serious, and then it's like, oh, if that's not enough, I'm gonna hit another button and put them together and then cause some major damage. The suit is really great because he's incorporated the sun and stars of the flag of the Philippines and the red, white, and blue from the Filipino flag, but also the American flag. You can tell that this is someone who can move his body and can be a martial artist, but also can run up a mountain. This is a man that treats leg day with utter respect. Superhero gams right there, sir. And yes, that is exactly the hairstyle that I was thinking of. Seeing a character like this who is Filipino American, like me, is really special and is something that I'm gonna take with me for the rest of my life. Thanks, Marvel, for making me a hero.